Hey guys, and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today, I shall take you on a flight of epic proportion, a world record holder, a world renowned route. And yes, that is the flights from Westray to Papa Westray, the world's shortest flight operated by Loganair, 3 times a day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and 1 in the evening. So yeah, let's jump into the aircraft, shall we? In reality, they use a Britten-Norman Islander for the routes, but since we don't have that in Microsoft Flight Simulator, we shall use the next best thing, which is the Cessna Caravan. Few stats for you as well. So the distance between Westray and Papa Westray is 2 miles. The approximate flight time is 75 seconds. And yeah, the record holder for this route, I can't remember the person's name, but just last year they hit 1,000 return journeys between Westray and Papa Westray. So it's a public service route between the two islands and allows people to kind of get from Westray to Papa Westray or Papa Westray to Westray without having to use the boat. So it's quicker and about the same price as well. So yeah, let's get going, shall we? So first things first, battery comes on, and both avionics sets come on. While the aircraft warms up, let's have a look at the airport here at Westray, and yeah, let's enjoy the amenities that it comes with. So first things first, we have a stand. We also have a building. We have a taxiway. And we even have a runway. Like, wow. Talk about facilities. This airport has it all. Yeah, so it is a public service route, and therefore an airline does need to operate it as part of the law here in the UK, because public service routes need to have the service for public operation, and therefore Loganair have taken on the contract, as well as quite a fair few others in the Scotland area. And yeah, certainly it's quite a fascinating one. So that's all looking good. Quick look at the routes down the G1000 as well. So we'll take off heading to the south, make an immediate left-hand turn, cut across the water, another left-hand turn, and then come into land. And our video today will just be a single journey between the two islands. Right, so let us turn on the beacon lights, turn on the strobe lights, as I can anticipate we're going to go straight into an engine startup. Let's turn on the fuel tanks, bring those two to the centre. Let's go get the RPM control, move that forward, make sure that the throttle's set to idle as well. And then on the left hand side, let's now go through the startup. So first things first, ignition comes on, fuel boost on. That now allows the fuel to pump through the aircraft, head to the engines. Give that a few seconds. And then when I'm happy, engine starter to on. So it takes a few seconds for the Cessna Caravan to start up. And then as soon as that's stable, we'll then start making our way towards the runway. We'll lower the flap down to the first setting. At no point during this flight will we be retracting the flaps. We'll be leaving them down for the entire duration. Not many flights in the world that let you do that, but this is just so small it doesn't allow you to do it. Right, engines on. Let's increase the throttle to around 750 TRG. Make sure everything is stable. Let that run for a few seconds. And yeah, I'm happy with that. Cut back the throttle. Let's kill the ignition switch. And let's get ready now for the taxi. So, taxi lights on. Parking brake released. And let's turn the airplane around. So There's 3 runways here at Papa Westray. We shall be departing on the one paved runway here. Put a little bit of throttle in since we're going to be taxiing uphill now. Don't quite want to get stuck in the grass there. And there we go. So, left hand turn. We shall use the turnaround loop down the runway as well. And then, as soon as we take off, we'll be pretty much ready for landing. So, landing lights come on. Left hand turn. Look at the windsock. There is a slight wind for us to be wary about, so we'll be very careful in keeping the aircraft straight on the runway. Hold the brakes. Spin the plane around. Center on the runway. Engine up 50%. All looks good to me. Throttle up. And as soon as the aircraft leaves the red on the airspeeds, let's now rotate. And just before you're at a runway 2. So now bring back the throttle before we start over RPMing the engine. So a left hand turn. And so we don't be flying directly to the airport just yet. So we can give ourselves a little bit of a run on the approach. There's a chance to slow down too. We'll bring back the throttle and now use the second stage of flaps. As the runway we'll be landing on is just there, so as I say, you really don't get much room to play with on this flight. It's a takeoff immediately onto a landing. Right, now on to final, coming in a little fast for my liking. Reverse thrust, touchdown. Hold the brakes, hold the brakes, hold the brakes, hold the brakes, hold the brakes. And there we have it. That's the entire flight from Westray to Papa Westray. Airtime for us was about 87 seconds. And so, a slow taxi now, just through the exit point down to the left. Flaps up. Taxi lights set. And then we shall just park to the left. Parking brake set. Engine RPM back. Mix control back. We shall turn off the taxi lights, turn off the beacon and strobes. And there we have it. Engine now cuts off. Like I say, it's a tiny little flight between Westray and Papa Westray, but it's a lot of fun to do, especially the landing on both airports, because the runway is just so short. It's a challenge. It's a challenge and a half, and one that I do recommend you guys try for yourself when the simulator does release on the 18th. Well, our intro and outro is actually longer than the flight itself, and that brings to an end our first flight for Saturday. Tune in for our second flight today, which is a flight from Paris Charles de Gaulle to Beirut, and alongside it, a charity stream as well. So I'm raising money for the Red Cross currently in Beirut, and well, the aim of tonight's premiere is to kind of talk about it a little bit, talk about what's going on in Beirut, the explosion that happened on Tuesday, and yeah, a chance to kind of help out any way I can. But anyways, that's for this evening, so thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your Saturday, and I'll see you in the very near future. Take care, and bye bye.